Welcome back to the Murdy Creative Co podcast. I'm your host, Colin Murdy, and today's topic is Black Friday Cyber Monday recap. But first, I want to say thank you to everyone who supported the company so far. If you've got a chance, go check us out on the web at murdycreative.co. That's M-U-R-D-Y creative.co. Or you can check us out on Facebook and Instagram by searching at murdycreative.co to see the best of our product shots. Follow us, keep up to date with our daily photos, and be the first one to know about new product launches. You can also use the subscribe button at the bottom of our website to be included in all of our new product announcements. Be sure to check out our laser engraving, personalization options, and exclusive colors on the website, or you can get a blank one on Amazon Prime. All right, for those of you who didn't see Tuesday's podcast, I just want to let you know that we have now launched Affirm on our website as a payment partner. Ooh, that's fun to say. For those of you who may have seen Affirm on other websites but not known what they are, or you just don't know what they are a third-party payment processing loan partner-esque thing, which means that you can now buy a Murdy Creative Co product and pay for it over time. You can either do the split pay options, which means that you can, and I think that's up to $250. So if you buy up to $250 worth of products, you can pay for those in 4 separate payments, split payments, over 8 weeks. You know, make 4 payments bi-weekly, and there's no interest on that. So that's a great option for those of you who are looking to buy something a little fancier but may not have the money right now. You can check that out. Also, we have longer payment options that do have interest. The other option, I think, is up to 3 months with no interest, and that's, I think, for $250 more. And you can also make those payments, but if you go for like a year, or I think it's up to 36 months, there are interest applied at that point. So it's a great option for those who are looking to buy something a little nicer, but are looking to maybe spread out those payments a little bit. So check that out. You can just pay for it the way you would normally pay for anything on our website. You just load it into your cart, you click pay, and you select Affirm in that. After you fill in your shipping and all of the other information, then you can select Affirm rather than selecting credit card or PayPal. So it's a great option. And you should check that out if you're interested. So today we're talking about Black Friday and Cyber Monday. We're recapping what happened last year. Wow, it's just crazy to think that was last year. It feels like it was like 10 years ago. I think everyone after COVID can really appreciate this, but I used to say that being a business owner, every day was like a year, and every year was like a decade. I mean, it's absolutely true. It feels like time is just crawling. But at the same time, it's instantaneous. Like it was just last January where we were getting started on stuff, and now it's next January. So I definitely think it's crazy to think that Black Friday not long ago. It seems like it's forever ago. So rolling up to Black Friday, we had known that we were going to do more business in December. We had brought on the marketing firm in October. We were excited about it. They were implementing a lot of the automations, the welcome flow emails, and some of those things that help kind of get people who have never heard of us or who are just joining the company's team or the community it gives them some nurturing information, right? Where we come from, what we're about, why do we do what we do, things like that. And they had gotten a lot of those welcome flows kind of built, and the new software we were using to do our emails, not only does it look a lot slicker and works a lot better, but it is a lot smarter. So one of the things that we're working on now that we're building out the final parts of the welcome flow sequences and all these other sequences that happen is intelligent sequences. So if you interact with the emails in certain ways, it puts you in it reacts in different ways to allow for us to create welcome flows that are more appropriate for what your interest is. So if you're really interested in learning about a lot more about the company, we want the emails that you get sent to be more in-depth, and they provide more detail, and maybe they're a little bit more there's more of them, right? And if you don't want information, you just wanted to sign up to get the information you wanted, maybe it just backs off and doesn't send you as many emails. So we're trying to make the system a little smarter in that regard, and that's exciting. But in October, they'd gotten rolling on some of those things. And we had anticipated that we were going to see an uptick in sales because of that. And we were also doing a lot more with our social media. I think we brought them on early November. I was hesitant to bring them on for social media early on because we'd been burned so many times with marketing firms through that process. But I think they did such a great job with the emails. I was like, you know what? I'd like to bring this all under one roof. And so they started doing our social media ads relatively quickly after that. Now I still make all the content, and I still do all of the organic postings. So anything you see that's posted by the company is all done, through me and through our team internally. But they were just the ones to say, how do we take the organic content that you're creating, the photos and videos that obviously you as our community member either like or don't like, and that helps us determine what creative is most appreciated by our people. Well, they take that creative then and they put that into different advertising campaigns through our various social media platforms, and they help monitor those in real time. So we kind of shut off the ones that are starting to slow down. Obviously not in real time. If you watched our video on Tuesday, that's been eliminated as a possibility, but they do monitor it on a daily, every day, every other day basis to help make sure that we're not spending money we shouldn't be on things that aren't working. So we figured that bringing them on and having that would be we'd see an uptake in our purchasing, of course, and we needed to bring on some extra team members to help manage that additional work. And we were very blessed during COVID to be able to make masks and keep all of the team members that we had previously had. We were able to hire some extra help during COVID. That was a huge blessing. A lot of small businesses are really struggling, and I'm very keenly aware of that. But one of the things that was a huge, exciting thing coming up to Christmas is that we were actually going to need to hire more people on top of that. Now, for Christmas, we always bring on seasonal help because January is incredibly slow. So we go from these massive seasons, the best months of the year, to the slowest months of the year, almost always. So we bring on seasonal help. And this year we brought on, I talked about this a little bit on last week's podcast, but we wanted to bring on people in a different manner than we'd always previously brought on people. So in the past, and there is good and bad to this, but we've always brought on people through connections of the company, right? So everyone that works with a company has known someone previously who worked in the company and was brought on because they were recruited by that person. Now, that always means that their company's made up of a lot of people who are friends and sometimes family members. And I know that every small business owner out there or every theory business person out there is just screaming that that's a disaster. And it does present challenges. It's hard to tell a friend or a family member that they're not doing a good enough job at the work and you needed them to do better, or you're going to have to fire them. That's a hard conversation. I don't care who you are. Now, that's a hard conversation when it's a stranger, but it's especially a hard conversation when it's a friend from previously outside of the company. And on the flip side, just to provide a short reason why I like doing that, it also means that we bring people on and they're almost always instantly part of the family, right? One of the big issues when you bring on new people and dealing with turnover is making people feel welcome and like they're part of the team and like they're integrated and getting them incorporated into the culture to the point where they feel deeply connected to the mission and purpose of the company, right? That's always hard. But when you bring on people who are friends and family, then they have a much deeper connection because they're not only doing this for you and they're not only doing this for them, but they're doing this for their friends and family members who are also their coworkers. And it creates a feeling like that we're all in this together and we're all working hard to the success of the company, which is good. So I will say that is one of the good reasons. But last year during Christmas, it kind of burned us because we brought on people without really doing a lot of good interviewing and good vetting of them. And while some of the members of last year's team were excellent, and I don't have any problem with them, it overall, as a collective unit, we didn't nearly get the production out that we needed to get out. So this year, we implemented some interviewing process, as well as, like I spoke about before, some requirements that they assemble products while we were, we'd teach them how to make them. They would make them while we were watching, and we'd evaluate how well they did it, how fast they did it, if they struggled, if they had any problems. And sometimes we'd throw in curveballs, like we would have someone talking to them while they were supposed to be making it to see how well they dealt with making while being distracted. And a lot of them, it was fascinating. It was a fun project, but it was very good for us to do that. And we brought on 2 team members who were just excellent. I can't talk about them highly enough. They were diligent. They were task-oriented. They were very, very attentive to detail. They were very willing to just be Johnny on the spot and go and do whatever needed to be done. So I was very happy to have them. And hopefully, in the future, as we need people more full-time, maybe they'd be great out candidates if they were interested in coming back to work full-time. But we brought them on, and because we were hesitant to bring people on, because I didn't want to bring on too many people, because we made that mistake before, I held off hiring people. We had originally been thought about bringing on an intern, and they were supposed to join us in October. Then they backed out. Which put us in a little bit of a bind because we hadn't planned on hiring anybody on top of that intern. And because they backed out, we had to kind of push things a little faster than I would have wanted them to go. But their first day was Black Friday, both of them. So we brought on both of them. Their first day was Black Friday. And boy, was that an interesting process, because I don't recommend bringing on new people when you have to train them on the busiest shopping day of the year. However, you want to talk about a trial by fire? It was fascinating to see how quickly And it really helped me feel like we made the right decision, because if your first day is Black Friday and you can spool up and be attentive and, be present and work hard, that's a great statement for what happens next. And it was a big Black Friday. We had a great day. It wasn't our biggest day of the year. And I don't even think Cyber Monday was the biggest day of the year. No, Cyber Monday might have been. It's hard to tell. And here's the reason why it's hard to tell, and the reason why I'm not 100% sure. Because we have bulk orders that come in on occasion, right? And those bulk orders are normally, it can be several thousands of dollars, and on occasion they're more than that. But those bulk orders throw off our best day numbers a little bit, because, it could be May 5th, right? And, somebody could buy $10,000 worth of stuff, and then that could be a really good day, or that could be a best day. So it's hard to know precisely whether the best day is really related to actually more customers and more people buying, or if it's related to a bulk order. So money is not always the best way to determine whether it was the biggest day. In this case, I think Black Friday was 4th, and I think Cyber Monday was 2nd behind one other day. And that was financially. As far as orders go by day, they were our biggest order days by a decent amount, which is great, right? You want to see big days come in. And especially in our business, you want to see big days come in earlier in the season rather than later, because if December 20th is our biggest day, we are in serious trouble. But because we had good days early in Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and we had those new team members who were very dedicated to help, and they came in early and they stayed late, and we got a lot done that weekend, we didn't need to have anybody really come in on the weekends, which is something we were concerned with during the rest of the season. One of the things as well that really helped us is we were able at the very last minute, I think it was like the Monday or the Tuesday before Black Friday, and then we went on break Wednesday and Thursday for Thanksgiving, but it was like right before those days, we finally got our inventory management system built and ready to go. And that saga, now that it is complete, I have to do that. Maybe that'll be next Tuesday's podcast. I'm going to say that I'm going to do that for that, because I got to tell you guys about the whole story of getting our inventory management system built and why it took so long and why it was such a pain, but also what it's capable of doing now, because it was all custom built internally, which that brings along its own problems. So I'll tell about that in that story. But we got that integrated and built like days before Black Friday, and it was so critical to our success this Christmas, because it was the only thing that helped us not sell out without knowing about it, right? Whenever we were selling down on things and we were getting low, we were able to put them out of stock before we actually sold out, or right when we sold out, which helped prevent us having the problem, which is a very real problem that we had last year, where we sell out and then 4 days goes by of us selling it because we didn't know we sold out of it, and then we have to scramble at the last minute to try to get inventory, and we push our suppliers, and then they get problems, and it was a lot better this year. So I'm glad that we had a lot with the combination of the marketing team and their efforts, which they worked hard that week. There was a lot of emails that we built for that week, but they worked hard. The combination of having the new people that we hired very last minute, but they were good people, and bringing those on, and having all of those things kind of come together with our inventory management system to make sure that we had a really good Cyber Monday and a really good Black Friday. That was critical to us having the best Christmas we've ever had by like 30%. It was a huge Christmas for us, which is really encouraging. It's terrifying trying to plan for Christmas from a purchasing standpoint. It's very difficult and we were wrong quite a bit this year, but we were right enough so that we didn't overorder too much in wrong areas. And that's been a huge part of why we had a successful Christmas. So all in all, I was really happy with how it went. And I do think that the inventory management system was so critical then. It's much more critical now. And I'll go into more about that on next Tuesday. So thanks you guys for tuning in to check back Tuesday for that next topic. And don't forget to check that subscribe button below to be sure to get the latest podcast right away. Also hit the notification bell. Subscriptions don't mean anything anymore. So hit that notification bell so that you get notified when we put out new content. We're working on Tuesdays and Thursdays and trying to be on top of that. So definitely check back. If you have any questions or concerns about your leather binder, journal, folio, mask, accessory, anything we sell, feel free to check us. Contact us on the main page of our website at murdycreative.co. You can also contact us via Instagram or Facebook. You can text, email, call, direct message. All the usuals. We'll do our best to get back to you as soon as possible, but we do appreciate your patience. We should be relatively caught up. It's always hit or miss because just the way that emails work. We could have 20 emails or 50 emails in a day, and it just throws us behind. So we're doing our best to stay on top of it. Usually we can get back to within 24 to 48 hours, business hours. So Just be aware of that. If you have a quick question or you want to let us know that you need to change your address because something happened or you typed your name in wrong and you just realized it, right? Something like that, that's a quick question or a quick concern. Feel free to give us a call, 414-434-9001, or you can text that number, 414-434-9001. That's our business company line. It's available from 9 in the morning to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. If we're not available during that time, obviously feel free to leave us a message. We'll do our best to get back to you right away. And if it's out of hours, same thing. We'll do our best when we get back in to give you guys a call as early as possible. So definitely feel free to leave us information that way if you'd like. We're also on TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter, all of the other other platforms. We don't do as much on those platforms as we should, and I'm working on being better about that. So that's one of my 2021 goals, is to be more active on those platforms. But we've had some success on TikTok, and it's been fun to show the behind the scenes. So it's a good place if you're interested in that kind of content to check that out. If you think we deserve it, a good review can go a long way to help us grow our new community, both a good review on the podcast itself with whatever you're listening on, either on the podcast app, or if you're leaving leave a good comment on the below in the YouTube, or give us the thumbs up likes. That always helps. But also leaving a good review on the product is a huge help. So if you want to leave us a good review on the product, please go to murdycreative.co/reviews. There's a button on the page that says leave us a good review. If you click on that, it's going to take you to facebook.com/murdycreative.co/reviews. You search murdycreative.co on Facebook, you can find us, and then you can just click on the reviews tab on the left-hand side. That'll take you to a place where you can write a review. You can read all of our reviews. It's a great opportunity. I will say the reason why we use Facebook, for those of you who have concerns about that because we don't use Facebook or for whatever reason, we use that so that we've got a third party that is verifying to some extent that people are leaving those reviews rather than just making something up. That being said, if you do want to leave us a review that's not on Facebook, you can just send us an email. We may not be able to necessarily publish it in the ways we would, but we definitely are going to put it up on the wall, and we definitely have that so our team knows about it, and if with your permission, we'll do our best to reference this in the appropriate format. So definitely feel free to leave us a review on the product in those ways. If you have a problem with your product, something that would make you leave a bad review, there's also a button on that page that allows you to contact us directly. We are happy to take care of any problem. We want to fix it. We want to take care of you. It's so important to us that we take good care of you and that you're happy with your product. So if you have any reason to leave us a bad review, please reach out to us first. We'll fix it. We will, I promise. If you have any podcast topics you want to hear about, send them my way so that I'm happy to engage with you guys. I want to give you guys what you're looking for. And so please definitely feel free to leave us an idea for what you want to hear about, and I want to talk about it. Oh, I forgot. If you want to tell your friends about the company or the podcast, it's the best form of advertising. Please do it. It really helps us. If you want to get a little something for doing that, go to the top of our website, log in. All we need is an email and a password. That's it. We don't need any other additional information. And then if you go to the left-hand side, the bottom right left-hand corner, there is a reviews box. In that reviews box, rewards. There's a rewards box. There you can redeem loyalty points. If you've earned them, you get 5% back on any purchase you make. But also there's a shareable link there. If you click share and then you share that link with your friends, they get $5 off their first purchase. You get $5 as well of in-store credit, and you can use that on anything. So it's a great way to make a little bit of money for helping us out, and it really does mean a lot to us. If you were looking for multiple binders, journals, folios, anything we sell, or gifts, giveaways, menus, really anything, ask about our bulk discounts available. Minimum order quantity is 5, and that can be 5 of one thing or 1 of 5 things. So it's just based off of the total cart quantity. That's a hard one to say. Also, if you want to look at getting something customized with your logo or your design, feel free to send it as well in an email to sales, S-A-L-E-S, at murdycreative.co. We'll be able to get you a mock-up and a custom order link. You don't have to have, there's no minimum order quantities for custom orders, right? So you can get 1 with your logo on it, or if you're going to get more than 5 of anything with that logo, ask about that in that same email. We'll be able to send you back a discount code for that bulk amount, and we are happy to take care of you there. So definitely reach out to us if you're interested in that. It really means a lot. We love making custom products. As a small business owner, I love seeing my logo on stuff, and that's why we don't have any minimum order quantities requirements for the custom orders and a low 5 minimum order quantity for the bulk discount. So definitely check that out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a great day, and goodbye.